go. Good evening, everyone. My name's Nick, and I'm coming to you from Johannesburg in sunny South Africa. In fact, Johannesburg is summer, Cape Town is winter, Bloemfontein is summer, and Dubai is always summer. So, welcome to today's training call. I'm going to share a bit of pre-launch nuggets with everyone. And before I do this, I just want to go through a disclaimer, just to say that tonight's presentation is based on examples only, and no way must any of the figures and formulas be seen as factual. Whatever I also say is my opinion, and please consult your local region for your area for the specific compensation plan when we discuss it. Right, so let's just get to the next screen. There we go. Right, for those of you that are always wondering when we say residual income, what do we talk about when we say residual income? So I'm going to try and give you guys a simple explanation on the difference between linear income and residual income. Linear income is what 90% of the world gets every single month. And yes, you guessed it, it's a job. Linear income is your salary that you get every single month because you trade your time for money. That is linear income. So when you stop working, okay, you stop earning. And then you have what we call residual income. And residual income in network marketing is income that you continue to earn based on the efforts that you put by selling products. So you can go on holiday, you'll have your team busy doing their work, and whatever they're doing, you are earning. That is called residual income. That is called income that you build for your legacy, which you can transfer onto your family, your family's family. Our business is willable, transferable, and sellable. So we all in it to win it, right? So you're not in it for you, you're in it for yourself, but not by yourself. That's the beauty about network marketing. So I'm going to go through how you get your customer, okay? How you get your customer. And trust me, the more you practice at this, the easier it becomes. So people will give you an excuse. They'll say, yeah, yes, but I don't have time. I don't have time. That's the normal excuse. No, it's not the case, okay? Remember, it takes quantity to figure out your messaging. So that means the more people you're talking to and telling about the opportunity, the easier your message becomes. Because once you do that many times, and you've heard us say that you need to get more no's than you get yeses. Because if you get more no's, it means you are talking to the people. And if you hear about these 7-figure earners and 6-figure earners, they're there because they have got so many no's in their lives that they have eventually got the yeses. So once you speak to people and you tell your story over and over and over again, you start mastering it. So you master the correct message. Once you master the correct message, recruiting is easy. Easy peasy. Why? Because remember, posture, excited, positive, all that, people pick up on it. So it's called the pipeline. Now I'm going to go through the pipeline just quickly with you guys. Pipeline starts with your education in the beginning. So your education is like what you're doing tonight. Zoom calls, training manuals, you're watching others do what they're doing. And then as you're doing this, the more you do this, you get into the experience. You become experienced, okay? So in the beginning, and don't be despondent. Don't be despondent, because to get to where I'm sitting here today, trust me, it's taken many, many years. I've been in network marketing for 7 years. I think I've done 1 million Zooms. But the more you speak, the more confident you become, the more you know what to say, the more you close the eyes, you can do whatever you have to do. And they can bring you on whenever they bring you on at an unexpected time, and you know exactly what to say. So you must learn to how to speak to people. When others talk to you, you hear what they say, you talk about what interests them, because when you're talking to a prospect, you must quickly ascertain what is their why. Once you understand what they really want, focus on that, talk about them, show compassion, because then you switch the story to you. When you switch the story to you, They're relating with you. That is where you got to get to. So when you take your education and your experience, put it together, your imagination creates the message. And listen, if it doesn't work, what do? You go back, start again, and you repeat. Remember, in network marketing, duplication is key. Now, there are 7 fundamental skills of network marketing. The first one is you find prospects. Now, I'm going to go and show you how to find prospects in a couple of slides on. But you find prospects. Then you invite your prospects onto what we call prospect Zooms or opportunity Zooms, right? So that means you're allowed to bring your guests on. So when we say on our flyers, prospect Zoom or opportunity Zoom, remember, it means you're allowed to bring your guests on. Normally at the bottom, we write there, invite your guests. Let's pack the house, those things. Then you've got to learn the skill of presenting. The skill of presenting. The money is in the front. The presenters are normally the people that make the money. And I'm not saying it in a derogatory, arrogant, or whatever way, but that must be your goal. That must be your goal. So when you're speaking to your prospects, okay, and you bringing them onto the Zoom, and they've been on the Zoom, you've got to follow up. The next day, you need to make a time, an appointment, phone the prospect, get onto a Zoom with the prospect, but the fortune is in the follow-up. And there you will close. Now, there's various ways of closing. You can get your upline involved. You can get your brand partner, your business partner involved, but that's where you close. Right now, we've got free boss, free sign-on fee, no sign-on fee. It's easy to bring the people on, okay? Don't be fooled by that easy. Because when you launch, if you've got 20 people on, when we launch, you're going to have 10 people because the other 10 are going to fall off. That is why use the time we have now and get yourself 100 or 200 people so that when they fall off, you still got 50 or 100 people, right? And then once you've got the people and you've closed them and they're on your team now, they become leaders when you need to get them to do the power of 4. The power of 4 is what will make them feel like they've now got a team. And the faster you do that, we call it score in 24. So you got to do that as fast as you can. Get 4 of their people to get onto their team. And that is how your team will grow exponentially. And then very important, the last step is promoting events. Events is what charges everybody up. You have lots of nuggets at events. Yes, we've got COVID. We've got that. So we don't have live events now. We're going to have live events soon. Don't worry. You're going to have house parties. House parties means presentations in your homes or at a venue for your team to recruit more people in your team. You bring a leader there. That is awesome. And then hopefully we've done well. We've rank advanced. We've now earned our stripes, if you want to call it for want of a better word. You've started getting your titles. Sorry. And then you get invited to the main events, whether they're in Europe, Australia, the UK, America. You will be invited to those events and you will start meeting fellow brand partners that are in the same business as you, doing the same thing as you, striving for the same goal as you. So you can take a screenshot of this, but it's called a memory jogger. Now, a memory jogger is what I was talking about as the very first thing you need to do in network marketing, and that's recruiting. Okay? The memory jogger, if you want to screenshot this now, screenshot it. I'm actually going to move my photo here so you've got a better picture. But this now is called the memory jogger. So I'm just going to go for a couple of lines, what it says and why it's called that. So people who earn a commission-based salary. Do you know people who earn a commission-based salary? Do you know people who run their own businesses? Do you know people who are currently unemployed? Do you know people who are stay-at-home parents? Do you know people who are working on 2 jobs concurrently? Do you know people who are on work permits to work locally or are very concerned with their health. That type of thing. These are memory joggers. So it steers you in a direction where you can grab your phone, go on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, wherever, and you can say, yes, but I remember this person. He was a school friend of mine. Not making friends. What is it? Somebody who can talk to anybody. I just want to mute that call now. So that's called the memory jogger, right? Okay. So the fortune is in the follow-up. So when you speak to somebody, okay, there's 3 things you must remember, okay, and you must become good at this. 3 things: recruiting. Once you recruit, you must train your person. So you need to make sure that that person stays hot, that person stays close to the fire, and then very important, retain that person. It's very easy for your prospect to get cold. We call it life gets in the way. You know, when you leave them, they drift, they go. And it's so much harder to bring them back. So and that's why I'm saying, score in 24. So you set up a time to get hold of your new person that you've recruited. You then tell that person, when I phone you, or when we get onto a Zoom, I want you to have 10 names, right? 10 names. Then they must duplicate exactly what you did with them, with their people. You assist them in the beginning, you hold their hand, and they score in 24. You are what they call the upline. They are your downline, you are the upline, you are the sponsor. Right. Now, often people ask you, what do you do? And sometimes you're confused, you don't know what to tell them. And these are just suggestions that I've got here that you can tell people what you do. You know, I'm in the online health and wellness business. You know, today with the pandemic, Vusi Tempekwayo said the other day, those that are involved in the health and wellness space are going to print money. So you're in the health and wellness business, you're pre-launching in Southern Africa, and Africa, there's currently no joining fee on pre-launch, and it's an opportunity to bless and give hope to many people. Be the hero, okay? And when you're talking to people, very important, be excited. You know, if you go to somebody and you tell them, I'm involved in a health and wellness business, and we come into South Africa and Southern Africa. We are in, let me think, are you going to join me? You're not going to join me. But hey, listen, I'm so excited. I'm so pumped up. I'm getting involved in something big here. I've been with this business and this company. I've followed them for 2 years. 2 years I've been following them. They are smashing it in Europe, in America, and they're coming to the African continent. Do you get my energy? That's how you got to be. So be prepared. Know what you're saying. That's why Zoom calls are important. You might think, yeah, these guys, they're repeating. Remember, people are signing on every single day. There's absolutely nothing wrong with repeating. You have to repeat. There's nothing new you can add to this. You have to repeat. So you got to come on, because you're going to sit where I'm going to sit one day. That is what happens here. I don't want to be sitting doing Zooms in a year's time. I want to be somewhere sitting, sipping an elite with Marina on the beach somewhere in Hawaii next year this time. Why? Because you're going to do it. You can do it. Because a year from then, your downline is going to do it. That's why it's called residual income. That's why network marketing makes the most millionaires yearly. It's the best business. It's the easiest business. Be compassionate and tell your story. Right now, you might not have a story. Yes, we've got a story. We're waiting for launch. The website's down. The website's going to come up. We're going to have the product reveal soon. You know, things are going to happen. This is our story. But imagine now when you start using the product and you start changing, and you start your whole demeanor, your whole presentation, your whole self start changing. You know what? If you want to live happy, you want to look healthy, you want to feel good, you take the products, because when it changes you, you become positive. You start loving life, right? So there's various ways to market this opportunity. I've listed them over there. There's what we call a 3-way call with any leader. If you're on a cell phone and you're speaking to somebody and you want to get one of the leaders on the call with you, you get the leader on that same call. It's called a 3-way call. When you get the leader on the call, you do what we call edify the leader. So edification is very important. So that person doesn't know who they're going to talk to, but you tell him, hi, Mr. Leader, Jane, this is Leader. Leader has been in the business for X amount of years. He's the top earner in Southern Africa. He's one of the big leaders. And I wanted him to speak to you because he spoke to me, and that is what I'm doing with this business, and that's why I love the business. I spoke to him, and you know what? You're in the position I was. I'm so excited. Please, Leader, meet Jane. That's the three-way call. Okay, 2-on-1 presentation. You meet somebody in a coffee shop or a restaurant. You and a business partner or one of your leaders talking to one of your potential recruits, prospects on the other side of the table. Remember, we call it 2-on-1. That is very, very effective. Very, very effective, right? Then we have the home party, COVID permitting, of course. Home party, it's not a party where you go and you dance and whatever the case is. So home parties is where you invite people to your house. Now, you're inviting them to your house for a purpose. You're not inviting them to your house to have a party, as in music and party, and you're going to spend money, feed them and all that. No. They're coming there because you invited them to come and listen to an opportunity. Right. Have the minimal. Have the minimal there. Make them comfortable. Get somebody to do the presentation on your television screen at home. And that is potentially a 95% strike rate because you're in their face. You're in their face. You're talking to them. You're showing them. They're watching body language. And then you put up your hand and you say, are you ready to get started? Right. So that's that. You'll see it in action one of these days soon. And then we got the Zoom calls like I'm doing now. And then get on social media, guys. Social media. Don't say that you can't. I learned. I couldn't. I learned. I made mistakes. I still make mistakes. Go on Facebook Lives. Do Facebook Lives. People want to see you. They want to see what you do. They don't necessarily want to see what you do in New Age, but they want to see how you live. They want to see, what does Nick do? Nick loves Liverpool. Nick is so excited that after this Zoom, he's going to go and sit on the couch like a couch potato, and he's going to watch his favorite team play. And that's fact. I'm not just saying it. Okay, so once you've now spoken to everybody, and we call it the power of 4x4, right? So now you've joined. The first thing you got to do is go through to that memory jogger if you can't think of anybody, but 4 people, 4 close people that are in your close circle that you want to actually experience what you're going to experience. And you can see that is you there. You bring the 4 people in. Now, remember what I said, duplication? This is it. You tell those 4 people to bring 4 people. And you suddenly have got a team of 16. And the 16 get told exactly the same as you. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Can you see how fast your team will grow? That's how fast your team grows, because you don't have to recruit everybody. But if the people you bring on, and make a note of this, if you're listening to this recording, I hope you're taking notes. But if you bring people in, just make sure, and this is the question you tell them, you ask them, are you teachable, coachable, and trainable? If they're these 3 things, you're going to have a powerful team. But if you got some clever Trevor that comes into your team and he knows everything, he's not going to move. He's not going to move. Okay, don't waste your time on people that waste your time. So, okay, so if you take life casually, you're going to become a casualty. So you've got to be ambitious. You've got to be excited. You've got to show it. You've got to take those 4 people, make sure they know what they're doing, and you've taught them, and they need to go and sign 4 people, and the 16 people signs 4 people each, and soon you'll have a team of 1,024, and you're suddenly earning $100,000 a year. That is, and this is your 4th generation. 4th generation, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4th generation is giving you $100,000 a year. That is 1.5 million rand a year up to your 4th generation. Remember, we go right down to the 7th generation. That is like 22,034 people in your team. You want to know why the people call them 7-figure earners? Because they don't work. They don't need to work. because this is the beauty of this business. Okay, so ATM, what does that stand for? Add, tag, and message. This is very, very powerful. Why? Because when you get people onto your team, the first thing you do, okay, you take them to the Facebook page that's called Level Up Life. That page, remember, Level Up Life. That page is all about transformations. Now, we're going to have our own page when we launch and we start using product and we got stories that people have. We're going to launch our own Facebook page or even just add on to the Level Up Life page. So what I'm saying now is you add your prospect, your new brand partner onto that page, you invite them, and then you go to a post. You go to a post where there's a story that you like that refers to or relates to that person. You tag them onto that line. That's where the tag comes. And then once you've tagged them, you can do it to 2 or 3 messages, right? You then send them a message the next day and you tell them, what did you think? Which part of which one of the tags and what part of the clip did you enjoy? So you make sure that they watched it. You ask them about something that happened in the middle of that clip, right? Europe is very successful in doing this. This is where we got the idea from, because their sales went from $2.5 million a week to $5 million a week. $5 million a week, you know, and that's fact. Europe increased in sales 270% year on year. They are doing phenomenal. And let me tell you, the African market is going to teach them a lesson. Watch what I'm telling you. We're getting ready for it. So quickly, when you start bringing people in, you're going to need to start registering them onto the system. And I have a very simple way of registering to make sure that both your legs, your power line and your pay line, move in the right direction. So you sign, and I call it your first 4 people. This is how you slot it. So it can be the other way around, but I'm just doing it for the sake of this, starting on the right-hand side. So your first person signs up with a 500 PV, second with a 500 PV, and the third with a 400 PV. Right. That's your first 3. Now, remember duplication. Your 4th one goes on the left-hand side. Okay. The 4th one goes on the left-hand side, again, 500 PV. Now, they start recruiting. So your right leg starts recruiting, same formula as what you started with. So for example, number 3 recruited their first person, that's number 5. Right. Number 2 recruited their first person, number 6. Then number 3 recruited the second person, 200 PV. And then number 4 recruited, and number 4 recruited again, right? So now that's the end of the week. But do you understand? If everybody does the 3-1, 3-1, or 3-1, 3-1, your line starts moving. Your line starts moving and everybody starts earning. And remember, your longest line, your strongest line is called the power leg, and your weakest line is called the pay leg. Right. And every single week, your power line your power leg gets deducted by the PV in the pay leg. Okay. And 1 PV, 1 personal volume, is equal to $1. $1. I'll show you now what the rate of exchange is. So remember what we said, power leg gets deducted by the pay leg every single week. That leaves you with 500 PV carried over to the next week, and you get a base commission payout of 10% of the total PV that you've generated in your pay leg, this one, on the left leg, 5, 10, 15. So you generated 1,500 PV on your this week, you get 10% of 1,500 PV. That's $150. Do the math, right? Compensation plan. You all know our compensation plan is the #1 compensation plan in the world. We're not just saying it. We've got the AAA+ award, and that award comes if your compensation plan is there, if your product is there, and if your management is there. You get rated a AAA+ rating as a direct selling company for people to look at. Right. Big one for you. Use it when you're busy talking to recruits. Use it because that's fact. Okay. Our products are natural products. They are products, so they're clean, and they are products of integrity. Right. Our 10 ways to get paid is split up in 3. The first one is the upfront income. Quickly, upfront income is retail profits and the first order bonus. The African compensation plan is fortunate to have the first order bonus because the retail bonus everybody has, right? So you buy a product at wholesale and you sell at retail. That's your first way to earn. It's called upfront income. So I buy the product, I'll sell it to you, I'll make a profit. Boom, I've got money. Your second way is your first order bonus. So now I've recruited, as all of us have done now. Let's say you've recruited 10 people. When we launch, those 10 people order their first orders. Each order is an ultimate. And we all know what the PV for an ultimate is. It's 200. So now 200 PV, okay, times 10 people, that's 2,000 PV, right? And 200 PV, because it's their first order, you're going to get paid 35% of that PV, okay, in dollars. And we said 1 PV equals $1, right? So now 35% of 200 PV is 70 PV, which equals to $70. $70 multiplied by your 10, that's $700. Now, $700, that is your second income stream. So you've got your retail, which you buy wholesale, sell retail. Your first order bonus, and bear in mind that's only on their first order. So it's your downline's first order, or not your downline, your personals. Your personal's first order, and then also your customer's first order. Right. So if your customer orders, you're going to get 35% of whatever your customer orders. And if you join at in the business level, and your customer or your downline buys an ultimate, you're going to get 35% of that 200 PV. So they've all bought the ultimate 700 PV. That's 10 grand just for that second way of earning. So it's 10,000 rand for there. I'm just going in rands this week, guys. The retail profit is your profit. Then base commission is whatever your downline buys. Your downline, all your generations, whatever they buy, you get 10% PV of the total. 10%. Over and above now, the upfront income, the residual is there, and whatever they buy, whatever the next week, the week after, that's called residual income. And then you've got the bonus income, which is made up of the savings bonus, where a portion where you've got to earn $250 minimum a week, which is easy to do, right? The company then injects 15% of your PV up to $500 a week into a savings bonus. And once it reaches $10,000, they pay you a check, just like that. And then you've got all these others up to 10. These are all your weekly ways to get paid. Do you understand why you can make a lot of money here if you just do what you have to do now during pre-launch? Doesn't matter when we're going to launch. We're going to launch soon. Don't ask when. We know it's the hero product. We know it's the 5 categories. All these is there, right? Your aim must be to build the biggest teams. Don't stop. Don't stop. What is PV? PV is a universal denomination by which commission is calculated, right? So PV determines your comp, right? Products with points means they are commission eligible. Each currency worldwide has an exchange rate. I've written the exchange rate on the right-hand side. So remember what I said? 1 PV, $1. So $1 equals 14 Rand 80. $1 equals 11.17 Pula. And then $1 equals 411 Nigerian Naira. Okay, there it is. Work it out. Work it out what you can earn. I said $700 for those 10 prospects that all bought Ultimate, and remember, Ultimate is the best way to go. You've got to get to Ultimate in the first 8 weeks. Why not buy in? Remember, Ultimate is going to give you more product, and in that product, there's going to be duplicates which you can sell. You get your money back very quickly. Very, very quickly. If you want to make money, you've got to spend money. And I honestly urge all of you to go for the Ultimate, because Ultimate gives you gold for life. You stay Ultimate for life, and then you start rank advancing. And once you start rank advancing, you're going to get share options, which I'll show you just now, right? Shortly. So in our business, there's a lot of people making a lot of money in this business, right? And everything is the same. You've got the same management team, the same products, you've got the same compensation plan. What is the difference? What is missing? The only difference is you. The only difference is you. And does there need to be a difference? No, because get onto the Zooms. That's why show up. Those people that show up week in, week out, they will make the fortune. That's been proven. It's been said. Warren Buffett was asked, if you lost all your money, what would you do? So did Robert Kiyosaki. And they said, network marketing. And I've just put a table here of earnings just to show you, you can take a screenshot of this, but just to show you the various rank advancements, and based on performance required, you will get paid what's listed there. I mean, this is per week, sorry, per month. This is per month. So can you see the money that you can make, we can make? Why not? And you can live your dream. You can live your dream, because those people with a job, and the acronym for job is just over broke. Okay, those people with a job, they work for their boss to go and live his dream. Yeah, you're the boss. You can go and leave whenever you want, and while you're on leave, you're earning money because everybody else is doing what they have to do. So our product reveal is coming soon, you know. So I'm like, hey, we just gotta cross the T's, dot the I's, do everything properly, and it'll happen. We've waited 18 months for this big thing. They've just brought 3 massive companies, converged them into one website. They are busy with our website now. You've seen, if you've been onto the site now, you've seen the changes. I went on there 2 days ago. Suddenly there's a tree view. Now I can see the tree view. We can't register live yet, but that's going to come. At least they're busy with it. Now I've just taken one. Okay. Right, so the product is called Hero, and Hero comes with a quality promise to only use the purest, cleanest ingredients. Whatever's listed on the label is in the product. Fully disclosed ingredients and formulas, and manufactured in regulated and certified facilities on the African continent, which will give us the right price, the right taste, made by our local people. The company's invested $1 million already onto this. They have so much confidence in us. And if you don't know what the I in red there, small letters, capital, small letters I, for you to go and conquer the world, it's you. I represents you. The hero spelled Hiro represents you, because the pandemic has caused a pandemonium with everybody. It's turned everybody on their heads. The people have lost their jobs. They are divorcing. They are halving their salaries. People are looking for an opportunity, and everybody has become health conscious. And we are at the right place at the right time. So this is what our website is going to look like. It's coming soon. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Connect, like the Facebook pages. On the corporate page, New Age Africa, like the page. There's where you're going to find everything. There's New Age South Africa. There's the SWAT team for Botswana. There's Thrive. There's New Age Southern Africa, Southern African Movement. There's a lot of pages, but the official ones, corporate ones, is these on the screen. I'll take a screenshot of them and go on to the links that are at the bottom. So just before I close, guys, the vision from our chairman, our CEO, Brent Willis, to become the world's leading social selling and distribution company. This guy doesn't play. He doesn't play. He's taken this very, very seriously. So have they all. So have they all, you know. And he's got one message for us. And if you haven't seen it, I'm going to play this for you. And then I want you to think about what he's just done.
I am so happy to share just a few messages with you. The first message is, these are my roots. This is where both my parents come from. So building our business in Africa it's personal for me. This is coming back to my home, my family, and achieving success is not an option. It's a matter of how much success we're going to achieve and the level of success we're going to achieve, not whether or not we're going to be successful. And that success all depends on you. It depends on me. It depends on us coming together and coalescing as one team aligned to a common goal. And that common goal is simple, and that is make a difference for everyone on the continent with healthy products and share the wealth with everybody that contributes to that success. It is that simple. That is what our company is all about. And guess what? You don't realize it yet, but you're lucky because you are at the perfect moment in time with what I think is the perfect company and the perfect opportunity. And when those three things come together, where you can get in really on the ground floor at the inception of this major multinational company that is the fastest growing consumer goods company in the world over the past 5 years. That's us. That's us. That is our company. You're a part of it, and you get to be on the ground floor leading this new wave in Africa. My friends, that's lucky. And I would encourage and challenge you to take advantage of that opportunity. And to encourage you just a little bit more and to demonstrate our belief in you and our commitment, I'm going to make an investment. Not a lot of companies make investments in Africa. It is not for the faint of heart, and as we all know, Africa's a little bit different. Consumers are a little bit different. The rules are a little bit different. But guess what? In teamwork, we know how to operate within those rules. We know how to be successful within the complexities and nuances of Africa. So we are going all in, and we're going all in on you. That belief. And I'm willing to put our money and our investment where our mouth is. This is walking the walk, not just talking. This is doing. So we are going to invest upfront without anything asked for in return. We are going to invest upfront 200,000 share options just to get started. And guess what? That's all I have. It's 100% of what I have for the quarter. And we're giving it all to you guys. We believe in you that much. And so we're excited about what's coming. We're excited about building a multi-billion-dollar business worldwide, and Africa being an important linchpin of that. It's important for you guys. It's a unique opportunity for you guys. It's important for the company, but it's important for me personally. This is personal. These are my roots, and I can't wait to build the business and have these roots blossom into something that is magnificent for all of you guys.
So, I just want to sort out a little issue I have here. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the share. Well, I did stop the share. Sorry about the hiccup there. I trust you guys heard the video. Did you hear the video? All right, sorry, I pressed buttons here. Remember when I pressed the buttons on our thing? But that's what happens when you're live. You know what? As long as you guys heard. So the moral of the story here is, you heard Brent Willis there. He's not shy. 200,000 share options. He's giving to Africa. And that's the 200,000 that was allotted to him for this quarter. He's given it all to us. He's given it all to us. So that is telling you about what they feel about the African continent. It's telling all of us here that, you know what, the talk in New Age is Africa. The talk in New Age is Africa. So I hope I've shared valuable pre-launch nuggets with every single one of you. I hope we're all fired up. I hope we're ready to take the bull by the horns and go out there and let's grow the teams. Don't stop at nothing. Let's just go full tilt. Let's build the teams. We're going to launch very, very soon. I thank everyone for joining me tonight. Thank you for coming onto the Zoom. The next Zoom will be on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. So, guys, take care. Have a good day wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much. Good night. Have a good evening. And I'll see you all at the top. Bye-bye, everybody. You can unmute.
Bye. Good night.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you so much, Nick. It
Bye-bye.
was a great Zoom.
Thank you, Nick. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you. Bye bye.